It's been close to about a year and a half since I got this bike. In fact, this is the very same bike I rode at the media ride in Goa in sometime in December 2018, and it has been with me right since then. It's just crossed the 10,000 kilometer mark. It has done two major services, means what was mandated. I have had no issue with the bike ever, excepting that yes, a lot of spirited riding saw the tires being changed. It's just come back from its second service with both the tires changed, the oil changed, filters, etc. But let me tell you about this bike. I think in the second decade of this century, this is the finest motorcycle built by any Indian manufacturer, period. And again, it came at the fag end of the decade, so I think this record can stand strong even going into this new third decade of this century. So that is as far as that is concerned. It shows that if you think about how you decide the application for the bike, you have a certain displacement, you have a certain performance target. Importantly, what it means is if you can give consumers a bike which will do everything in as many conditions as possible and very easily, then you got to look at this. This is not a sharply focused bike like say a KTM, which will do what, or a Pulsar as well, or if you care to see even an Apache as well. This is a feel good bike which ticks so many boxes. Let's not go down the cubic capacity displacement rate. Let's think about what is there from, say, the international MNCs which operate in this space. Let's talk Triumph, for instance. Twin cylinders, parallel twin, just like the Triumph, but when you see that this has got the wherewithal to deliver most of the fun and the pleasure and the refinement which the Triumph delivers. But when you do it at one third the price, then you know that the Indian manufacturer has done something very, very right. Coming to 10,000 kilometers over the last 18 months, the only thing which we have changed on the bike, apart from the tires, has been the high risers for the handlebars. It has made long distance touring much more comfortable for us, not just for me, but for my son who is almost 6 feet plus. And the bike is so very well balanced, ultra neutral handling, and dare I say it, ultra reliable as well. I've had no issues on that thing. If I had to change anything on this bike, I would just about change the color of the tank. But also one more thing, with the high rise handlebars, the seating position becomes much more easier, nimbler, very easy to get used to. I would still like to take the rear sets from the GT and put it on the Interceptor. But this is nitpicking. Something else which I would like to see is I'd like to see the roar from the exhaust a little bit throatier. But again, that's nitpicking. Hell, I just can't think about anything to fault this bike with. I can just now think about and wait for what new iterations on this platform Royal Enfield will conjure up with.